Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In the quiet mountain village of Vallisora, a place renowned for its magical clocks, lived an old, lonely inventor named Geppetto. One day, fueled by a desire for a son, he crafted a wooden boy. But this was no ordinary puppet. Deep within its chest, Geppetto placed a rare, glowing core of star metal, a fragment of a fallen star whispered to hold the very essence of life. As the star's energy pulsed, the wooden boy, Pinocchio, opened his eyes. He was alive. But the awakening of the star metal sent a ripple across the lands, stirring a dormant evil far away. The Hollow King, a mechanical tyrant who once sought to enslave all magic, felt its call. His armies of living puppets, long since silenced, began to stir. Sinister creatures wooden wolves with grinding gears, broken marionettes with soulless eyes, and clockwork insects with razor-sharp legs started their slow, relentless march toward Vallisora. Pinocchio, a boy of wood and starlight, barely understood the world. Yet, he would have to learn fast, because a great darkness was coming for the heart that beat inside him. The Hollow King's minions descended upon Vallisora in a storm of splintered wood and twisted metal. Geppetto, desperate to protect his son, urged him to flee. Pinocchio escaped the chaos with an unlikely group of companions. Lira, a fearless young clockmaker with a knack for invention. Cicero, a sarcastic cricket whose wit was as sharp as his wisdom. And Ferro, a small, trembling robot on a quest to find his courage. Together, they journeyed into the magical, dangerous Clocklands. Their path took them through the forest of forgotten toys. A sad, silent place filled with discarded playthings. They navigated the treacherous pendulum canyons, where giant, swinging pendulums caused time itself to warp and shift. Finally, they reached the crumbling ruins of the Clockwork Citadel, a monument to the Hollow King's first reign of terror. Along the way, Pinocchio discovered a painful truth. Every time he told a lie, his star metal heart would crack, its light dimming, its power weakening him. The Hollow King, sensing this vulnerability, dispatched his most ruthless general, the marionette warden, to capture the boy. In a desperate chase, the group managed to escape, but not before Pinocchio's heart was gravely damaged, its celestial light now just a faint, flickering pulse. The Hollow King, enraged by his general's failure, unleashed his ultimate weapon. A thick, creeping fog of metal that transformed everything it touched into lifeless machinery. Villages fell silent, their people turned to statues of rust and steel. Vibrant forests became tangled jungles of cold, unfeeling metal. Even time itself seemed to grind to a halt under the fog's suffocating weight. Pinocchio was captured and dragged to the hollow throne. There, the tyrant revealed his plan. The star metal wasn't just magic. It was a fragment of a living celestial being. The Hollow King intended to merge with it, rebuilding himself into an unstoppable god of machinery. While Pinocchio faced the king, his friends refused to give up. Lira, Cicero, and Ferro rallied a small band of rebels to fight back against the encroaching metal fog. In a heroic final act, Ferro found his courage, sacrificing himself to detonate a device that momentarily halted the Hollow King's army. But it was too late. The Hollow King tore the star metal from Pinocchio's chest, and the wooden boy collapsed, lifeless and still. The king held the glowing heart, ready to begin his dark ascension. But the star metal, sensing the selflessness in Pinocchio's last moments, refused to be a tool of darkness. It transformed, not into a power source, but into the true heart-radiant, pure spirit of celestial light. It burst free from the Hollow King's grasp and surged back into Pinocchio's body. A brilliant light erupted, and where a wooden puppet lay, there now stood a real boy, made of flesh and starlight, crackling with unimaginable energy. Pinocchio was alive. He was human. The final battle began as the hollow citadel crumbled around them. Lira, filled with righteous fury, dueled the marionette warden. Cicero, from a high perch, directed the rebels with strategic genius. And Pinocchio, his new heart blazing, confronted the Hollow King. In a blinding clash of pure magic and twisted machinery, Pinocchio channeled the full power of his human heart, overloading the tyrant's core and shattering him into a million pieces. The metal fog evaporated instantly. Life and color rushed back into the Clocklands. In the ruins, Geppetto embraced his son, no longer a puppet, but a true boy of courage and spirit. But as peace settled over the land, a single, final spark of the shattered star metal drifted up into the sky, winking like a distant star. Something ancient had awakened during the battle, and a new story was just beginning. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this epic tale, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories like this.